better mindset today. If you find any value in this content, don't hesitate. Subscribe, click the like, the thumbs up button, and share the content. Just spread it out and share the content, because if you help me, help you, we can help others. And by doing those things, what you do is you join with me, you connect with me, so we can make a better tomorrow today. Huh? You know what time is it? You know what it is. You know what it is. Oh Lord, what word that thing coming up there again? It's gonna go away soon, y'all. All right. If everything's looking clear to you all, go ahead and get in the chat box. I'm gonna set the chat up and just say something here. I'm here. Where's the Melanie? Okay, I will put the link up in the chat box, and then you can just click on if you're coming on later in the Q&A session, and then I'll bring you in. So I'll put you in the back room. So I'm gonna do it right now to get things started. Okay, I'm singing. Sing a song. La, 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 la. I just put the link in the chat box, so I have it at people. So this is what we're talking about. This week we talked about social. This is the recap in the Q&A. However, first we're starting off with the recap, of course, right? You know about. Oh wow, really? Hopefully it become clear. Let me see if I can clear this picture out before we get started. It should not be. Paul, let me know if send me a message and just in the chat, and you can go on there, put your name section starts. Well, previously we talked about we're talking about emotional intelligence. Now, in emotional intelligence, we have a couple of tenets, and we addressed self-awareness, and we addressed self-management, and now we are addressing social awareness. Social awareness is a different beast in regard, in connection or comparison to self-awareness. It kind of comes from the same cloth, but it's more broader. It's not all about you anymore. It's not all about you anymore. And what I explained that there's a couple of things that in social awareness that you need to be aware of. You have empathy, you have organizational awareness, and you have service orientation. And so when I explained this in the video previously, I did a couple of videos I did previously. I did a video about empathy, walking in another's shoes. Because a lot of times people are always thinking from their point of view, but they don't take time to invest in another person's point of view. Because if you take the time to invest in another person's point of view, then you may understand where they're coming from. And if you understand where they're coming from, then maybe you can address their need, and maybe just maybe they can hear you. And maybe you can get movement out of that conversation. Okay, that's empathy. And you have different forms of empathy. The cognitive form of empathy, emotional empathy, and empathetic concern. And I do explain all of this in detail in the video. So if you haven't seen the video, check it out. The link, well, there's no link on this one, but there's a link on the previous video. Check out the previous video that I did also, how to control your emotions, social awareness. I have a link on the end of that video. Just click that and you will be able to see the video. And also I did a video on effective communication. And because in order to be an effective communication, you need to have a certain level of empathy. Because if you can actually connect with the individual and to where the individual is at, then they'll heal you. They not will heal you, but they'll hear you. And maybe your words may be healing because you may be connecting to a wellspring of water because it may be thirsty, but you're connecting to that right spring, and you found it, and you have replenished it, and now they're not thirsty anymore because you have been empathetic by being an effective communicator. Did a video about that as well, about the key to good relationships, effective communication. And then I expounded on that in the video as well. Talked about in relationships. A lot of times, everybody think about relationships about boy and girl, husband and wife, and that is an organization. Everybody thinks about organizations. I was saying organizations. Organization has a couple capacities. You have corporate organizations, you have team organizations, and you have marital or a couple organizations. You all work as a team for a common cause. Effective. And that's the key. Effective communicators work together to accomplish a specific goal. If you don't work together, you're a two-headed monster. All right. So that's what we talked about. We talked about social awareness, about being effective within the community or organization. A lot of times, emotional intelligence is highlighted specifically for corporate America. But like I just broke it down, it goes in every aspect. And the truth of the matter is that it should be expounded and taught more in depth in elementary schools, because a lot of kids are growing up with not understanding, not knowing how to regulate their emotions, probably because the model that they had didn't know how to regulate theirs. And so you have certain things that you learn how to become and do is due to predisposition based on genetics, and then you have environmental, and then you have learned behavior. One's gonna outweigh the other, or they're gonna all work synergistically. All right, so there it is. Social awareness. Social awareness. That's the tenet. That's the third tenet of emotional intelligence. I know previously I talked about amygdala because I thought that is very important to expound on that, so a person get a better grip on how things work and how triggers and how they affect it. Okay, so so now the update. The update. We talk about relationships. The fourth and final tenet is about fourth and final tenet of emotional intelligence is. I wrote it down. Let me write it down. All right. Now, I'm gonna get a comment later. Somebody said I'm looking down. Yeah, I'm looking down. All right. So we got social awareness. Now the next one is relationship management. That's the fourth one. The fourth one is the relationship management. That's the update. That's what we will be speaking on next week or the end of this week, whichever comes first. And that would tie up. Is actually roughly, we should be like 4 videos. There's actually 5 videos on this one because I stuck in amygdala. That is my update. Now we are going to Q&A. First, I'm gonna check to see if we have any messages that came in through the podcast so I can play. And it seems like I do not, so I can play these first and then respond to them. All right. Any messages? No messages. Now I go from top to bottom chat, and then I'll open up the Q&A. And Paula, you gonna come on? But let me open this on screen. All right. Paula says families. She responded to one of my last statement. Families and organization. Touching on that lots of personalities, not always easy. Okay, let me know when you want to come on. Well, you got the link. Families and organization. Touchy wanted that. Lots of personalities, not always easy, and sometimes family is best at arm's length for your own sanity. All right, let me click it back on. All right. I'm about to click on. Feel from Shy. Feel from Shy. Hello. Is this Feel from Shy? Feel from Shy. Are you on? Are you on? Can you hear me? Phil? Phil?
I'm here. I can
I
hear you.
cannot hear you.
Can you hear me? Okay,
Okay,
can
you're
you hear
coming
it
in.
now?
Hear you now.
Is that better?
Yes, that's better.
Okay,
Uh,
Paula actually stole my question. But she made that statement about family being an organization, lots of personalities, not easy. Give me two things I can do to deal with all of those personalities. I can't always avoid them. Sometimes I have to, be around them. Give me two things I can do.
Sometimes you have to be around.
Dr. D. Sometimes I do.
Legal? Oh,
I can't
Paula
leave them.
is.
It's a funeral.
Paula gave one. Paula said, go camping. That's one.
Okay, Dr. D, I'm at a funeral. I have to deal with them at this particular time.
Why they dead?
No,
Oh, you
another
talking about the people
relative.
that's still living?
Yeah.
Okay. And what's the situation?
Okay, I have to deal with these personalities right now. And in this particular situation, it's a sad occasion.
Okay, so all right. So you said you had to deal with the personalities. I know it's a sad occasion, but how do you But what's the context? What are they doing? Why the funeral? I mean, why would you even what do you have to handle in the funeral besides nod your head and understand? What's the situation? Paula said, "Why a funeral?"
The situation is I'm at a repast now, and there's no getting around cousin Drippy. I have to deal with him and his drunkenness.
Okay, this
That's
this
just an
too should.
example of a ability.
What you say?
This is a personality I have to deal with.
Well, this too shall pass. You only have to deal with them for 30 more minutes. Eat your food, put another chicken wing in your mouth, and be gone. He drunk. He's not gonna remember.
And you saying something what you said on your other video. And then
Which was
this is the case I have to.
Paula coming on.
I was trying to find out if we could actually all do it at the same time. So cool.
Yeah.
I was trying to find out if we could actually all do it at the same time. So
You gotta cut the other one off. You got.
I don't have another. Oh wait, do I? Maybe I do. I don't know. I am not tech. All right, YouTube's gone.
You find right. You find that. Yeah.
All right, I got like rearranging to do. You know my house is weird. So what is Phil's deal? What's up, Phil?
Hey, how are you? Can you hear
I'm
me?
alive. I can
Yeah, we hear you.
What's
Now,
going on, Phil?
Phil's talking about how can you have the
Hey,
person.
what's going on?
Phil said, how can you have the person in the midst of a funeral?
Don't talk to him. Stand at the back.
No,
of the
I'm
room.
saying no. This is what I'm
Eat
what I'm
communion wafers
really
or
getting
something.
at is What I'm getting at is, you know what? We can avoid. We can do
It's
all
hard to
these
hear
other
you,
things.
Phil.
but
You're
Yeah,
all
Phil,
over the
Phil,
place.
Phil, you're distant. You're distant. You're muffled.
He sounds like a transformer now.
Is that better?
No,
Is that better?
nope.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Say something.
Is that a little bit better?
Yes.
Yes, that's it.
Something.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So why can you not just like stay in a
what-
different section of the church?
No. Okay, I use that funeral example, but let's take that funeral. Let's just say what happens when we get into these situations where we have to deal with somebody.
You asking the
It's a
wrong girl
difficult
because I handled
situation.
it all wrong this week. That's what Dr.D's here for. I lost my shit.
But how would you this no, Lord, Phil? What would be a situation though? You know, there's a lot of different situations that you may handle things wrong. That's why
Okay, let's say an illness.
You trapped in a car with
An
him?
illness. Illness.
illness. That you really too broad. You gotta get
Yes.
specific.
Okay, taking care of an elderly parent.
Okay.
Still cutting out.
You said taking care of elderly parent. I hear him.
Okay, does he have to? Why is that
Yeah.
a problem?
It was that problem. You too broad. You gotta get specific.
Because the siblings don't do their fair share, and I have to do all of this, and it's not easy for me. And you know what? I breathe, I do this, I do that to kind of put myself in the right mindset.
Do you care
But there
for the
really just comes
elderly,
a
or
time and a situation.
it's very hard to hear him?
Yes.
He said he does care for the elderly.
Is
that
that
better?
the person he has the problem with, or I'm only catching part of his words? I mean,
Okay,
if
my
he's taking care of his
situation,
mama and he
you
hates his mama, what's the problem?
Phil, what's up? It's that TV, ain't it?
No, what I'm trying to say. No, I turned the TV down.
Oh, smoke.
Can y'all hear now?
Yes, that's better.
Go ahead.
Okay, what happens when you're taking care of a parent? And the problems is getting those siblings and everybody else to be in on it and all of that. I think I'm just talking about a real situation.
You're totally like gone again. Right after the word parent, you went.
Well, I hear him. You said he said, suppose you're taking care of everybody and nobody else is chipping in. Is that it, Phil?
Oh, say some shit.
Yeah.
Don't be nice. Say some. I mean,
Yes.
I take care of people dying.
Speak in mind. Speak in mind. You know, take a couple deep breaths, refocus, say what you're gonna say, and be done with it. Now you ain't gotta cuss everybody out.
Well, if they still don't step up, find out if there are means in the community to help.
Right.
Elder
Because just
care.
because they don't step up doesn't mean that your mother should go without because everybody else is incompetent or lazy. You want to do better for them, but you still have a life yourself. So therefore, Paulette made a good suggestion. Then you need to say, okay, they sorry, but I need to get help from my mother. This is all I can do. I need help from else.
Dying by myself. And I mean, I had to call friends, family, neighbors. I couldn't lift a 350-pound man to change a diaper by myself. I mean, I had to get help. So, I mean, hospice, all the hospitals, they usually have resources that can step in. I mean, you can't force your family to step up. You can yell and scream, but, you know, if that still ain't working, look outside the family.
Right. Phil?
Still there?
Phil, how's the response? Phil?
We need to charge him.
Phil, we can't hear you at all.
No, I'm here.
Yeah, but we can't hear you.
I'm That's what
You
I'm
sound
trying
like
to
you
say.
got.
I'm gonna say.
He
Sounds
what?
like he's in the cellar.
Yeah, I know. What? Do we need to call 911? We can't hear you. We hear somebody distant. Is somebody beating you? I don't know. Phil, we can't hear you. You had a question. You posed the
Did you
question.
hear my answer at all?
I think he hears us. We just can't hear him.
Okay.
I think he hears us. So did you get a chance to look at the video? Follow.
I need fire.
Paul, did you get a chance to look at the video?
Oh, I looked at a couple. I have not yet caught the amygdala
The current
attacking
one.
one, which may be
Okay.
really pertinent to my current situation. But we did good today. We have not spoken. I made it my whole 24 hours. We
Okay.
one text. I love you too. Nothing. So
Really?
we're still
That's good.
in our quiet corners.
Right. So how you feeling right now?
Okay. Now, this morning, when the 24-hour mark, I was a little concerned because, 24 hours, I had blocked him. Wouldn't let him on. And it's like, I didn't want him to think I hated him forever. So it's like, hey, just writing to let you know I love you. But I did, send him the whole thing yesterday about not communicating until we know how to do it right. Setting hours where he's allowed to call. He can send all the texts he wants, but I'm still only going to answer in those couple hours. So we're going on about 30, 34 hours now. It's all quiet. I'm happy.
That's good.
I don't want to know. Ignorance is bliss, man.
Right. Maybe he getting a grip, and then maybe he gets a grip. But either way, you still got to maintain you.
Yes, before I lose my shit.
Right. Keep hope alive.
Everybody in my damn family out. Like later.
Right. So you keep hope alive, and don't invest a lot of expectation because you can try and preserve yourself.
Common sense shit's real hard not to expect though.
Yeah, but like I've said it previously in the video, we respond emotionally before we think rationally.
Yeah, like when I almost knocked my child's teeth out.
Yeah, that would be a perfect example.
Had he been any closer, I might have. But it's like when you're already on the edge, it really doesn't take much.
That's the perfect scenario of an amygdala hijacking.
Yeah, mine's been hijacked for 18 freaking months, and it's over. It was free.
I mean, like the beach.
Oh wait, you just dropped out for a minute too.
Did I drop out?
Yeah, I could see your mouth moving, but there was no sound. But it's back.
It's back now?
Yes. Just not
Okay.
in sync.
Oh no, I said your escaping to the beach gave you a chance to boost or to get yourself.
Yes.
To listen to your, and you need that.
I'm catching every other word, but I caught the I need that part.
You need the fact the beach. The beach gave you a sense of calm.
Yes. But the minute I left the beach, the world hit right back. I hadn't even made it home yet. And it's like, you get a few minutes. And it's like when he was in prison, it was the first time in my life I had quiet. I came, I went, I had responsibilities, but I didn't have everybody else's. And then bam, he's out of prison, and 3 days later, I'm in a ball in the bathroom floor. it does not improve much over the past 18 months. But like I said, at least now I have a better understanding of why and what's going on. But that kind of makes me angry too because of the choices with that expectation thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's a hard one. It's like
Well,
making choices.
Does it make you angry at him or him or angry at yourself?
I hate to use the word disappointed. I'm disappointed in him. I'm mad at myself. I mean, a mom should be able to trust their child, but reality, they're just not mentally prepared. Could have saved myself a future full of suffering had I recognized that a little earlier. But yeah, it's still not hard or not easy to accept.
Well, I guess the first step is realizing there's an issue there.
Oh. You've gone again. Your sound is.
No, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, man, I'm too away from the mic. I guess the biggest issue is let me increase this screen. The camera. Let me move this place. All right, better. Now, I guess the biggest issue is actually realizing that there's a situation, and to take inches, to take steps. You can't take leaps or jumps, but you can take steps, and hopefully you can see a little progress in the little steps that you take.
Yeah, the problem is I screwed myself financially, and so constant daily reminder. And little Mr. Thing just wants it all swept under the table. It's like that's not a possibility when it's every day I'm living it. So it's very hard to maintain control of the anger when it's literally every day you are collateral damage to somebody else's issues.
When it's you said when it's I'm trying to adjust something. Yeah, you said it's you take control of the anger. Tell me about that.
Anger? One, for trusting him.
Where'd you go? Where'd you go?
I'm still here.
What happened? What happened? Where's my people at?
I'm here, but you're froze.
I can't see nobody.
I'm still here.
Can anybody see me?
Yes. But I can't type. I don't know where to type on here.
Oh, let me see. Here we go. Show chat.
I don't know how to do this.
Show my chat. What you don't know how to do?
I don't know how to type and text you and tell you we could still hear you. There was like nothing on that side over here. Or if there is, I don't know how to use it.
Oh, but you can see me, right?
Yes, I can see you, but you're still like behind your voice or ahead of your voice.
Okay.
You just said okay, but your mouth ain't moving. I don't know how far back you are. Now I see your thumbs up.
Hey, this is a delay. Just wait 1 second.
Gotcha.
Right. Now my question was, now you was how do you deal with the anger?
I don't know how I deal with the anger. I've been burying it, stuffing it, and it all came out the other day. It's like I stuff it for a week and then I kick him out and cry for 3 days. And I hate freaking crying. I got shit to do. That makes me even more mad that I let somebody else affect me enough to screw up the next day, you know? But it's your kid, you know. Nobody can piss you off like your kid or your family.
Yeah. And if they close your heart, then that means you're wrong.
Still every other word.
The closer the person is to you, the closer they are to your heart. I mean, close. If they're close to your heart, that means you're vulnerable.
Love is loud.
And what say?
I said, love is loud.
Love is loud.
Uh,
And that would show, that would explain a lot to why you just want to be left alone.
yeah. When you are exhausted 24/7. Okay, but you're still like every other word, maybe. This is like
Really?
Jeopardy almost. What?
Really? Now now
Wait, the really is there, but nothing before that.
all right. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
It's fine.
Yes. I think you're even
That
on
feel
time.
that feels on the black screen now.
Okay, well, yeah, all I see is his dolls anyway.
I don't see. Oh, I see. He came back. Phil, you back now?
When the dolls move like that.
Phil, did you get your audio? No, I think I hear him vaguely.
I can't hear him at all. I just see his dolls moving. Poltergeist over there.
Phil, I don't know what's wrong
I
with
am
this.
here, but
Can you hear me?
working on my issues.
We hear you. We hear you now. We hear you now. Okay, keep talking, Phil. I heard you.
Go to the chat.
Oh, now I can hear him.
You ain't got to holler. We can hear you now. Phil, you can talk now. We hear you.
I know.
Can't hear me. Go to the chat.
No, we do hear you. Okay. I want to get okay. You said I want to get 3 ways to deal with family.
Drugs, alcohol, and camping.
What do you say about that response, Phil?
They're not advisable ways.
Either way, there's still ways to cope, even though they're not may not be the best ones.
You can't camp every day.
Yeah, and drugs, and alcohol will kill you. So you know,
Weed is good,
yeah, it's all a choice.
right? Xanax, but see, the doctor's giving me only 3 a month, so nobody can piss me off more than 3 times a month.
So I know one is already gone.
Not yet. I haven't gotten them yet because I drank 4 times this month, and I haven't drank.
Because you had a Xanax. I got you.
Yeah, but she's only letting me 3 a month, and that's fine. I should have less.
That's good. Yeah, she don't want you totally hooked.
No, I don't want to be hooked at all. I don't like any of that crap.
Okay, so Phil, you said I wanted to get 3 ways to attempt to deal with family. Well, you know, effective, like I said it before, you only be effective communication in relationships. Man and a woman in the romantic relationship dealing with family, is the organization, is even dealing with the team culture. So one way is to be effective in your communication. You can try to see where they're coming from. You don't need to go there and live in their location, but at least you know how junky their house is. And this is metaphorical. If you know how a person lives, and you know how what they do in their house, then you know how to address it. They say if you know how they live, then you know how to address it, so you can come to them like they live. Now you ain't got to stay there, but
You're totally done.
you can't hear me.
Like chunks leave and then come back. That's
Okay, maybe this is
I'll catch you.
all right.
Now,
You can hear me now, right?
I have a different method.
What's that?
In order for my mom and I to
No, you're
be
choppy.
civil, we spend 30 minutes. We talk about niceties, weather, Animal Planet. We do, and we haven't in years now. We discuss nothing serious because we will kill each other. And we will never see eye to eye.
So keeping it light, it helps the situation.
Yes, and we can tolerate each other. 30 minutes still about tops, though.
Okay, that's a good start.
Well, it's been that way for a few years, and it's, yeah. I mean, she has run Kai into my brother. Paula threw me out. You're lucky Paula didn't hit you. But yes, as long as she shuts up, Paula stays quiet. So yes, we've agreed to just talk about nice shit. So it works for us.
Yeah, so let me see. I think for Phil, I want to somebody Phil put something in chat. Phil said he liked that, Paul.
It works. Otherwise, we kill each other. Probably me doing the killing.
Those are the 3 tips. You got to know what works for you for the most part. And it's not just working for you; it's working for the other person. So if it can work for you and work for the other person, it's a win-win. You have in communicating with the individual, you have to find the win-win.
And you have to know when not to try. Like if my baby brother walks in, I am the evil bitch. We ain't even talking about Animal Planet then. It's just time to go. So know who you're dealing with.
That's true.
Takes years to figure that shit out sometimes.
I feel, yeah. Phil.
What is he doing playing with them dolls?
I don't know.
That close to the mic, why can't we hear him?
I don't know either.
No, I'm still here. Your sound keep coming and going.
All right, this is just okay. What's your question? Or what are you saying? We heard you.
I didn't. I can't even hear you.
But can you hear me now?
Like the commercial, literally like every other sentence.
Really?
Really. I don't know if you'll get to see it later, but
I will. I can see right after this.
Yeah, it's like entire sentences just disappear, and then you come back for a second, and then it's gone. I'm trying to keep up. It's like watching Japanese TV.
All right, let me say,
Dr.D, you're coming and going.
What you say?
Your sound is coming and going.
Yes.
Really?
Yours too, though, Phil.
Yeah, yours is terrible. Yeah, it's like you.
Okay, I'm typing.
See, you're gone now.
Can you hear me now?
Now I can, but you are definitely not in sync with your video.
Okay. Now, Phil said he's typing. That's why he's distracted.
Okay.
He been lying all the time, like he was on and it wasn't connecting.
I can see him playing with his doll.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
I got to get me some dolls, man.
The doll is typing.
Probably better than me. I got my thingy, like I was busting ass all the way up until I turned you on. My raw root.
Right.
All day. Tomorrow I can put the resin on, let it cure for 24 hours, and I might actually make my show. I still haven't weighed the table yet, though, so we'll see. Now I just have to figure out how to move the shit. Whenever you see that big ass root hanging right there, blocking my entire path to the bathroom and hall. It feels like it weighs 80 pounds too. That's my therapy.
Yeah.
Tell Phil to start doing art. You can just drown out the world. Turn the stereo up and get your hands dirty.
Well, Phil grills.
Grilling's not bad. He can come cook for me anytime.
I know it is therapeutic. One of these days I'm gonna get back to it. I'm gonna get back to it. So let me wrap up. So my first video I talked about in emotional intelligence was self-awareness. Then I talked about self-management, and now I talk about social. Can you hear me? Or it's choppy.
and phrase.
I just
There you are. Your picture's back. Okay.
okay. Now, this last one we're talking about is social awareness, and it's connected to empathy because you can't be socially aware if you're not empathetic to your audience. If it's an audience of 1 or 50 or 10,000, you need to be connected to who you're talking to because you want them to understand. And a lot of people not very emotionally intelligent. That's work. I think it's harder to be emotionally intelligent to be intellectually intelligent.
I agree.
Some people are just brilliant in books, but just stupid in relationships.
5 husbands to prove it.
Hey, try.
Hell no. Learn your lesson the first 4 times. Just accept that some of us are not marriage material.
Yeah, I mean, so that's the real work. Yeah, I think if most people would take time to, and not really, social awareness is the ending, the biggest thing to understand thyself.
I got me down.
Then if you understand yourself, then to focus on what triggers you.
Got that down too.
And now to
Avoidance.
no, to actually not necessarily avoid the trigger, but to be aware when the possibility of the trigger comes, and to have your already set in place prior to the trigger happening.
Okay, the trigger is going to happen
Right.
every damn day, and I can't run away every damn day.
So, and that's why you need your steps. That's your steps. I talked about one of
The other day, he was sitting on my couch and refused to leave. We call the cops.
The next time, then you know, I know it's your baby.
I wanted to call the cops, but I ain't having cops over here.
Sometimes it's best not to let them in.
It was my birthday. It's like I tried to trust. Oh, well, okay, it was the day after my birthday because I wouldn't even let him in the house on my birthday. But I did tell him that's why he don't live here no more because I can't freaking get rid of him. Now make me. I'm gonna stab you with a fork. I've done that actually, and he actually got in trouble and got arrested. And I had to go tell them I was the one with the fork. You're gone again.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, well, you are on screen. See, there you go. You're saying shit on screen, but I don't hear nothing.
I know what he is. Both of y'all look at the computer.
Both of y'all something computer.
Looking at me on the television computer.
I'm on my laptop.
And I was wrong.
My TV's way the hell over there. I'm blind. But I am on satellite way out here, so it could be that.
Now I know what's feel. He's typing. He's typing. So okay, so let's wrap it up. I just talked about self-awareness. The second one we talked about self-management. And the third was social awareness, connects to empathy. And a lot of times we understand what it is, but understanding and being better
prepared.
Better prepared. Yes, right. Better prepared. But
it's constantly being on guard. Camping. But I get your point. I just don't think my situation's quite as normal as everybody's.
Yeah, but everybody's not normal.
True, they got their own. And my guys at least live across the county now.
Who?
My son, he lives across the county now.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, just understanding it's people think that practice makes perfect. No, practice doesn't make perfect. It makes progress.
I have made a lot of progress with your help this year. And it's taken, what, a year and a couple months now? March was a year, and we haven't killed each other, so.
That's
yeah.
good.
I tried a couple times.
And it's good that you were not successful. But you
Yeah,
talk
my
about
Jeep wasn't. That was
you
collateral damage.
I've been real suppression. Oops.
Well, this is hard watching your mouth move and not hearing words.
Nice, Dr.D. Practice does make progress. Who's this? Oh, Lynn. How you doing, Lynn?
Hey. I'm going to go ahead and sign off and go. Well, I'm not going to sign off, but I'm going to jump off of here and go grab food. I'm going to keep listening. Bye, Phil.
Okay. Phil ain't paying attention. Phil up there typing.
Playing with damn dolls.
That's what it is.
I don't even know how to get out of here, y'all. Shit.
I can take you. Let me take you off.
See ya.
Y'all let me have it.
But Phil, you had too much fun. Phil, you back? Well, we about to wrap this thing up. You ain't saying nothing of them playing with your munchkins. All right. Okay, people. I understand we can have some technical difficulties from the people that have been online, and I do apologize for the. And we will get to the bottom of this next week at the next session. But for me to wrap up, okay, Paul watching for the kitchen. But like I was saying with Paul, we talked about self-awareness, we talked about self-management, and now we talk about social awareness. And social awareness has a big connection with empathy, and you have to be empathetic about whomever you're with and whoever you're trying to address. Organization. Well, it's about organization, and like I stated before, organization is not just catered toward organization, not just catered toward a corporate, but organization is corporate. It can be a team position as well as a relationship. 1-on-5, one in a corporate structure, because you still have to understand who you're speaking with. You want that raise, right? In corporate, you want that raise, so you need to understand the culture. You need to be aware of the organization. Organizational awareness is part of social awareness. You know, I took a Japanese class in college, and you would think that you arigato hagashu. Now I may have pronounced these Japanese words incorrectly, but so what? I'm trying to make a point. The point is that we didn't learn a whole bunch of Japanese language the first year, because the gist of the Japanese culture is filled with a lot of customs, meaning that if you are doing a business deal or addressing somebody from a Japanese culture, and you understand their culture, you obtain a great deal of respect, and they receive you better. Can you imagine you go to a Japanese person, start speaking the language, not only speak their language but understand their culture? They will be truly amazed, and you'll open up a doorway of communication that you previously would not have been able to open up, because you have not only talked to the individual in their language, but you took time to understand their culture. You invested in somebody other than yourself, and that's what it is about being a social awareness. Actually, service, a service. Being able to give service to individuals, and when it's not really about you, it's about giving them what they need, so they can receive what you're trying to give. Now, you may get a reward in return for that, but you are giving of yourself. And a lot of people are in relationships, and they're in team sports, and they're in organization structure. It's not necessarily because they want to give anything. They always try to make those Benjamins. It's all about them. And when you do things in the for a extensive amount of time, all about the dollars, it kind of eats a little bit of you away. You're in a relationship, you can't stand the person. You're on the team and hate the players. Get in something you love. Be socially aware of the situation before you jump feet in. That will make a better situation. It will not only put a smile on your face, but a smile in your heart. And isn't that a better way to live, with a smile in your heart? And I believe that when you live with a smile in your heart, you live and you're as a emotionally intelligent individual. So, with that being said, any questions in the chat, just put them in the chat and I will respond to my best ability. So go a little bit further in detail. Just I'll respond. All right, this is the Hero Church. Oh, I guess we are signing off. We're signing off tonight. I will be doing a whole bunch of editing, but make sure that you check with this stream tonight, and you should see the connect, meaning that you should see in the comment section my direct link, the link to the podcast. Now the podcast, even if you don't have the link right now, you can just go directly. A Hero's Journey with Dr.D, the podcast. HEROSDRD, the THE podcast.com. You put that in, I'll pop up. And you should be able to see the previous podcast I have put on. However, I will be putting on this extensive recap, update, and Q&A with the upload that I did earlier. I will connect these and I will upload these to the as a podcast, so you can listen while you work or while you play or while you washing the dishes, Paula, if you can focus. All right, so check that out for me, and if you find any value, click on the podcast and give me a little support so I can maintain this level of consistency and give you material that you can learn from. As I stated earlier, progress doesn't make perfect. It just makes progress. So I encourage everyone to practice consistently. Because while you're still on this side, you always can make a better day than your yesterday. You can make it better tomorrow if you invest in it. If you invest in it today to become better. So this is the Hero's Journey with Dr. D. Here to inspire, to encourage, to motivate, to educate, helping you get beyond your first move, trying to help create a better mindset. If you find any value in this content at all, how about you help me help you so we can help others? See, by clicking subscribe, hitting the bell for future notifications, as well as give me the thumbs up and a like right now, and sharing. What you do, you climb, you join with me as we build this to make it better tomorrow, today. That's pretty much all I'm trying to do. With that being said, if you don't remember anything I said from this video, from this content, remember this. Every day you get a vertical, make it your goal in life to move forward and not move backwards. You are important. I does as well. This is Dr. D. This is a Hero's Journey with Dr. D. Peace and blessings, and we